How's it going, YouTube? Fake Glory here with another battle. So yeah, this battle is actually not very close at all, unfortunately, but it is the UU match, which is what I'm trying to keep my channel to, because I love UU, and I'm gonna try to get battles from the tournament, as in, like, because I'm doing conflicted tournament, so I'm gonna try to get battles from that up, and so yeah. I'm gonna lead with the Shaman instead of my regular Galvantula lead, because I saw he had Don Fan, and so I'm like, if I could get a leech seed up on that, I'm pretty much set just to go for a seed player from there. But he's gonna start off with Crobat, so I'm like, fuck, I have to handle the Brave Bird, and I'm gonna go to Slowbro, and it takes it like a champ, honestly. So I'm not scared at all, and I'm just gonna send off a Psychic its way, and he's gonna switch out now. And he's gonna go straight into his Suicune. So my Psychic is gonna hit there, and while that happens, I'm gonna get a special defense drop while I'm at it. So that's just gonna be dandy. And my plan was here because he's gonna Calm Mind this turn. Obviously, that's fairly what Suicunes do. And I'm gonna Toxic that turn. And then next, I was planning to go into Galvantula, who specs. So basically, even at a +1 with my specs, it basically kind of nullifies each other out. So he's only at regular set, and I'm at 292, and I can still throw down a Thunder, so that would be hurting it quite a bit, and that's exactly what I proceed to do. And so it's Toxic now, and here I'm gonna see that he has either HP Electric or Grass. I'm not exactly sure which, but many of his movesets happen to be from, what do you call it, Diamond and Pearl. Yeah, 4th gen basically movesets, so that's okay, but honestly not very fit for this metagame, which you'll see right now as how little it did at +1, honestly. This is Galvantula, speaking of. So yeah, he's predicting my Thunder, and I'm still gonna go for it, even though I do know the non-fan is here, just because I want to see how he plays it out. I feel really expecting me to over-predict at this point in the game. So yeah, I'm just gonna go just switch into my Shaman, just because now I see this is probably my chance to Leech Seed something, as he goes into his Victini named Cheeto, even though I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be Japanese, if it does carry the V Create like he does, because as you'll see here, he's gonna go for the Fusion Bolt as I switch into my Kingdra, because I want to be able to try to set up on him. And so yeah, he's going to take a Fusion Bolt. He's not going to take it exactly too well, but the Leech Seed recovery will mean he's taking it much better than he really would have originally. So that's going to bring me back up to 220, and that's doing good because I'm going to set up a DD here, knowing that you can't really touch me that much. And here's an important thing, though not important to the entire outcome. Here I was thinking that I'd be able to outspeed and KO once my after one Dragon Dance, but apparently not, and so this Grovyle is going to be able to outspeed me and kill me with the Dragon Pulse, which I honestly don't even know that Grovyles carry Dragon Pulse anymore, so I was confused to hell. And so now he's going to throw out what I believe to be HP Fire, and that's going to do quite a lot, but not quite KO, and not quite get me down enough so I can't set up a sub. And so the best thing I can do here is throw out my own HP Ice, which I do carry for mainly Flygons and other Pokemon such like that, and it has helped in other cases such as versus Zapdos. So that's very helpful, and now I'm going to throw out my HP Ice, and this is the point where after this, I'm planning just to like absorb some hits and try to help my other pokes with Chansey, because it's an amazing Wish Passer, as you'll see in this match. It just pulls amazingness out of thin air. So here you'll see how well it takes this HP Ice. It doesn't take Leaf Storm quite as well as I hope it would in this match, but then again, what can you honestly expect about Life Orb things? So he's gonna go into his balls, and so I'm gonna send up a Wish, and this Wish I happen to throw about happens to be probably the most important wish of the match, as you'll see, because I'm going to take Stealth Rock damage. That's going to do 23 damage. Remember, 23. And so now I'm going to get 23 damage back just because the wish happens. And that means I'm going to be back at perfect health, and he's going to go for an Iron Head. And as you'll see here, I live with exactly 23. Yeah. And I'm going to be able to strike back with an EQ. So if I did not have that wish, I probably would have died and gotten swept, because these things do carry X Scissor, and Slowbro cannot take one very well at all, if even. So, yeah, that would have probably cost me the game. Probably. So he's going to go for a U-turn this turn, and I'm just looking to sack my Golurk. And that's going to be okay, because I'm going to go straight for a Shadow Punch. And that is going to hit his Suicune even more, which really helps my cause, because as long as it's not a Rest Talker, I will be okay, and it will be able to get stalled out. But I do want to take all those turns stalling it out. I'd rather just like whittle it down with small attacks while the poison racks up, and not just like completely don't do anything. I don't like stall like pure stall, but I like some form of stall, like minuscule stall, like I try to perform. But yeah, you know, people do how they do, and stall teams do come about, which I think are just useless, because honestly stall is dead, and I'm jumping around on a subject because really all these things don't really matter at this point. But back to the match, I'm going to send up a Wish at this point, just because I want to see what he's doing and how little health I have, because I'm barely above half, and I'm going to be able to do something. So he's going to go for a Fusion Bolt, and I'm going to Protect, obviously. And that's going to bring me back up to half. And so here I'm going to send up another Wish, try to heal Golurk, and he's going to actually stay for another T-Bolt. I'm not T-Bolt, for another Fusion Bolt. And that's just dandy, because this guarantees I'm going to be able to cure Golurk. And so as I switch into that, he's going to go into Speedy G, and that means I'm going to be able to get my Golurk full health, even though he's not much of any use now, as in he doesn't get any action later in the game, which is quite unfortunate because I love using him. But yeah, so now I'm at the point where I'm just going to have to switch out, because I do expect the Leaf Storm or even the Giga Drain, one of those. So I'm going to switch into Chansey, and it does not take this specific Leaf Storm quite as well as I thought. I was a bit fearful, and so yeah, I mean, just look at that damage. It brings me back down to quite a lot. If I was at full health, I'd probably think nothing of it, but now that I'm down, so he's gonna go for Focus Blast, which just happens to miss, which is even greater, because that means he's not gonna die of recoil, so he has to manually switch into his Cheeto, and that means I can heal up my Shaman. And so that's going to make it even better for me, and though I'm going to have to switch out. But obviously I'm going to go in straight into my Slowbro, which is a great check / counter to this Pokemon. And so yeah, that's what I proceed to do, and this Beat Create he goes for, probably because he expected me to overpredict, or yeah. So that's great for me. But why would I say it? Because I couldn't even touch it. I mean, all I have is Seed Flare and HP Ice to hurt any Pokemon, which all around provides okay coverage, but not against fire types. So yeah, I'm gonna go for a stall this turn, not really wasting any time. But that's gonna hit the Grovyle, which means it's dead, and I don't have to worry about that. Any one hit it could have done probably would have raped any of my pokes besides Chansey. So. And that's out low health, so it might have died. So now he's going to go for a Brick Break, which made me question everything. I'm like, what were you thinking? Well, why would I go to Chansey, which is probably the only possible reason you'd be going for Brick Break? But I'm going to accept that, and I'm going to take that to my advantage. As here, I'm going to go for a Psychic, because the switch was all too obvious. And this is going to bring the Suicune right barely a cinch before dying, which is even greater than it actually dying, because this means that I'm going to be able to slack off, seeing as it's 1, faster, and 2, it can't hurt me because it probably wants to get up, not even a Calm Mind, because I'd just destroy the point. So he's going to go for an HP, Grass, or Electric, whatever it is, and I'm going to slack off, and that's going to put me at even more than what I had originally, so that just makes it great. And so now he's going to die this turn, not very much, I guess 1 turn of stall really is all I did. And I'm going to be almost perfect health by the time the Suicune is dead, which is now, and now he's going to go into his Victini. All he has left is the Victini and the Donphan, I believe. And now he's going to go for a Fusion Bolt. I know I could take 1 or 2, I know I could take 2, depending whether he's banded or not, so yeah, that's what I proceed to do, and I'm going to kill that thing off. And now all he has left is Donphan. And so basically I can take this thing out here, but I was acting stupid and kind of douchey, I guess. Oh, no, I'm sorry. He actually has Crobat left. So basically I'm just gonna cycle this thing. I guess he predicted me to go for a slack off, which I really didn't want to see point as a point, because honestly I have too high health to really care, but at this point I have enough things that can take out the other pokes. So yeah, he's gonna go for a Brave Bird this turn, and this Brave Bird will easily not take me out, and I'm gonna just kill it off with the Psychic. And so now all he has left is Donphan, and that means it's really basically good game, unless he got like super mega crits on everything and I missed everything. That'd probably be the only way he could win. So yeah, he's gonna go for an Earthquake at this point, as I go for a Scald. And the Scald is not going to bring him down to 30, but it is going to do a lot. So where it's easy to shot. And here was what I was trying to say before. I was being a douche for some reason. I don't even know why I did this, but you'll see what I did. So apparently I felt it was a good option to switch into my Shaman, which just drags out the match, and honestly is a bit of a douche move on my part. I apologize for doing that, even though I could have just stayed and Scalded. So yeah, and apparently I will have taught that lesson, because here he goes for an Ice Shard and he gets a crit, and on top of that I go for a Seed Flare and I miss. So yeah, that's what I get for dragging out a match. So here now I'm gonna go for a Seed Flare and it's gonna be able to hit, and I'm pretty sure even with the crit he won't be able to KO me. So that's just all around great. And the Seed Flare that I'm about to send up will easily KO him, being at 360 power. So that's a good game. Remember to comment, like, and subscribe if you really want to. Yeah, because I'm sexy.